Morning, Paul.
I can't hear anything.
We can hear you.
Okay.
They're not talking yet.
Oh, okay. Awesome.
Happy Wednesday, everyone. Please put your phones on mute until your docket is called. Once the chairperson asks you to state your name, you are to state your first and last name. Please spell your last name for the record. Then you will be sworn in, and then you'll be able to give your testimony. Mr. Chairman, you can go ahead and proceed with the preamble.
In compliance with notification requirements of Ohio's open meeting law and section 101.021 of the codified ordinances of Cleveland, Ohio, 1976, notice of this meeting has been publicly posted. All boards and commissions are under the purview of the City Planning Department, conducts its meetings according to Robert's Rules of Order. Actions during the meeting will be taken by voice vote. Abstentions from any vote due to a conflict of interest should be stated for the record prior to the taking of any vote. In order to ensure that everyone participating in the meeting has the opportunity to be heard, we ask that you use the raise hand feature before asking a question or making a comment. The raise hand feature can be found in the participants panel on the desktop and mobile version and activated by clicking the hand icon. Please wait for the chair or facilitator to recognize you and be sure to select unmute and announce yourself before you speak. When finished speaking, please lower your hand by clicking on the raise hand icon again and mute your microphone. We will also be utilizing the chat feature to communicate with participants. The chat feature can be activated by clicking the chat button located on the bottom of the WebEx screen. Call-in users can unmute by using *6. All meeting activity is being recorded by way of the WebEx platform. These proceedings are also being live streamed by way of YouTube. All requests to speak on a particular matter by way of our website and email have been considered. We have also received emails from those who have provided written comment on a particular matter. Mr. Jacobson.
Mr. Chairman, this is Dan Jacobson from the Law Department. Preliminary matter, can we verify that the YouTube live stream is on and functioning?
We can, it is on and functioning.
Thank you. And Mr. Chairman, as the Law Department has done since these meetings have gone public and or virtual, LOS reiterates its objection to the WebEx chat function. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Ms. Davis.
Mr. Bradley?
Here.
Mr. Maschke?
Here.
Mr. Dink?
Here.
Mr. Gallagher?
Here.
We have a quorum.
Okay, thank you. So we will begin. First docket, A 5923 3317 Tate Avenue.
What, Mr. Chairperson, docket A 19622 is withdrawn. They withdrawn late last night. So just to read that in the record, the agenda was updated this morning.
Okay, and A 5823 has also been withdrawn. Okay. So we are at docket A 5923 3317 Tate Avenue.
Application and fees are in order. The notice of violation is interior and exterior maintenance that was issued on February 16th of 2023. Appeal was received on March 15th of 2023, requesting for time to abate the violations. Present for the hearing, Tom Vanover, Department of Building and Housing. Dan Jacobson, Law Department. We also have the councilman on the line for that area. Councilman Chris Parsh. With the owner and or his attorney or representative, please state your name for the record.
This is Frank Edmonds.
Okay. To those giving testimony, Mr. Evans and Councilman Harsh, solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, so help you God.
Yes.
Okay, Councilman, do you wish to speak now or at the end?
At the end, please.
Okay, go ahead and let us know, Mr. Evans, what your plans are.
Yeah, of the 21 violations, 19 have been completed. 2 are in progress and should be completed in the next couple weeks here.
Okay, so you're looking at a few weeks and you'll have it wrapped up?
Correct. Yeah, I would do 3 to be on the safe side. Some exterior stuff that might take some time with contractors getting scheduled.
Okay, no problem there. Mr. Vanover?
Mr. Chairman, this property does have a renewed rental registration. It appears that there was a submission for their Let's Say certificate, as well as there seems to have been their registration is renewed. There are no follow-up inspections to verify the work that was completed. So we don't object to more time for compliance, but a limited amount of time with the requirement that the inspector be called for a status update immediately.
Okay, sounds good. Councilman?
Yeah, thank you. I think pretty consistently do object to extensions of time. This is a capital venture. This is a for-profit business. He bought 20 houses in Old Brooklyn, and as such, I would expect a professional to have a regular maintenance schedule and should never really have a violation in the first place. So I think the amount of time given is always appropriate. It's usually 30, 60, or 90 days on a violation. I am glad to hear that there is progress towards resolving them, but in my opinion, when you get into the housing market for profit, you have a higher expectation to maintain your properties for your tenants.
Okay, so you heard the councilman. You need to take care of this properties and we shouldn't have to come to this. And so I give you the September 30th, 30 days, 2023 to take care of, what you need to take care of with the rental registration and lead certificates and to abate all violations. Motion is so in order.
So moved.
That motion by Mr. Maskey,
Second.
second by Mr. Dink.
Mr. Bradley? I'm sorry. Repeat that again, Mr. Bradley?
We can hear him.
Okay. Mr. Maskey?
Yes.
Mr. Dink?
Yes.
Mr. Gallagher?
Yes. Okay, so you'll get a notice within 2 weeks. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, next docket is A6023. And that is, let's see, 4123 Clybourne Avenue.
Application and fees are in order. Notice of a violation is interior and exterior maintenance issued on March 1st of 2023. Appeal was received March 15th of 2023, requesting for time to abate the violation. Present for the hearing, Tom Vanover. Building and Housing, Dan Jacobson Law. With the owner or his or her attorney or representative, please state your name for the record.
Frank Edmonds.
Okay, I think Councilman is on for this one also. So those giving testimony solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Okay. Councilman, do you want to speak now or at the end?
No, at the end.
Okay, very good. Okay, Mr. Edmonds, go ahead.
Yes. Of the 20 violations, 15 have been completed. 5 are in progress, which were the electrical, and the permit was pulled on 8/28. So he's scheduled to do the work tomorrow, this Thursday.
How much more time do you think you need?
He should have that work finished within a week. I mean, it's just some electrical work he needs to update, some servicing. So probably a week or so, week or two.
Everything else is in order?
Everything else is in order.
Okay, Mr. Vanover.
Mr. Chairman, much like the previous one, we don't object to a limited amount of time. There is an electrical permit in place, so we will close the no permit violation which accompanies this property, but with the understanding that the status of will be inspected immediately so that we have an updated status on this and no more than 30 days.
Okay, Councilman?
Yeah, the same as before. Again, this is the second property owned by Public Square Capital LLC, second of 20 that they own in the neighborhood. I didn't even stumble across these. These aren't the result of my office. These are, I believe, tenants calling in the complaints. I hope the other 18 properties are being addressed beforehand. These are all problems that should have been handled before they were even rented. So I object to an extension of time.
Okay, thank you,
I would
Councilman.
ask you not to, or whatever.
Okay.
I don't care.
So we'll give you September 30th, 30 days, 2023 to abate the violations. Motion is in order.
So moved. Second.
Okay, motion by Mr. Dank, second by Mr. Maskey.
Mr. Bradley? Yes. Mr. Maskey?
Yes.
Mr. Dink?
Yes.
Mr. Gallagher?
Yes. Okay, notice will be sent out within 2 weeks. Thank you.
Thank you. Take care.
Okay, next docket is A 6123 11309 Florian Avenue.
That's me.
Application and fees are in order. Notice of violation is interior and exterior maintenance. Issued on February 10th of 2023. Appeal was received March 17th of 2023, requesting for time to abate the violation. Present for the hearing, Tom Vanover. Building and Housing, Dan Jacobson Law. With the owner or his or her attorney or representative, please state your name for the record.
My name is Tiffany Zupka.
Okay, Ms. Zupka, do solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, so help you God?
I do.
Okay, go ahead and let us know what your plans are.
I just took over as the Director of Operations for Bosworth Holdings, well, for Broadway Realty Group. I was just made aware of these violations about a month ago. I only started 5 weeks ago. So I am in the process of working with my contractor to create a punch list. We've done a couple of the exterior jobs, and we've obviously put in smoke detectors. The second I found out we didn't have any in that or in some of the units, but I just need a few more weeks to get everything together because I didn't know this even existed until 4 weeks ago. So
Do we have you on record with the city for taking over to handle this?
do I need to do that? I can. I don't know how to go about that.
Well, we see Miss Davis.
Mr. Chairman, we have a management contract agreement that was submitted by the Broadway Realty Group. However, it does not list her.
I'm a new employee, so if we can adjust that, or if I can come down, send something new in, I would happily do that.
Okay, takes a notarized statement, and we'll go ahead and let you give your, you've given your testimony, but we need to make sure that is part of the record. So how much more time do you think you need?
Probably 6 weeks, just to get everything together.
Okay.
There's some, I didn't realize how extensive this work was. We've got a bunch of properties, and this was unfortunately one of the last ones that I had taken a look at myself. So I just didn't even, and again, I didn't know the violations even existed until 4 weeks ago, so.
Okay, all right, so we'll look, Mr. Vanover.
Tom, you're muted.
Sorry. Mr. Chairman, to the appellate, we have a James Matthias as the contact for Broadway Realty Group. He's with the company.
He's the owner of the company, yes.
How long has Broadway Realty been responsible for these properties?
I'm not sure the date that they purchased them, unfortunately.
So you're acting for the owner of the properties. You're not just a maintenance group. You're not just a management company, correct?
Well, we have a management company, and then there's the owner of the company. The owner of the company is James Matheos, and Broadway Realty Group is the property management company. I work for I work for the property management company.
Okay, understood. So, Mr. Chairman, while I respect that, that they just got involved with this property, we would ask for no more than 30 days because, as the councilman has said, and as I always say, these are investment properties, and there's an expectation that the city of Cleveland and the inspectors should not have to tell them what's wrong with their properties. They should already know. So we wouldn't object to a 30-day time period to get these corrected, and with, of course, the expectation that they'll remain violation free as long as they're in their possession.
Okay, so motion is in order for September 30th, 30 days, 2023 to abate the violations.
Mr. Chairman, discussion.
Go ahead, Mr. Jacobson.
Mr. Chairman, this is Dan Jacobson from the Law Department. Through the chairman to Ms. Zupka, I would ask that any ruling from the board today be contingent upon Ms. Zupka sending in information to the board here through Carmela Davis regarding her authorization to work. Does that make sense?
Okay, yes. Yeah, we will make that as a part of the motion, just so that you get the information into Ms. Davis, Ms. Zupka. So that's what you need to do in order for this to be finalized, to make sure that gets done, gets handled.
So I'm emailing somebody. I'm not. Clear
Well, no, I think that I think it can be done as long as it's notarized in an email. Is that correct, Ms. Davis?
Mr. Chairman, to Ms. Zukla, you can contact the office after today's hearings and we will give you clear instructions on what is needed. Do you have the contact information for the board?
I do not. I'm sorry.
How did you obtain today's meeting link?
My accountant forwarded it to me. I've got a, hold on. Yeah, my accountant forwarded me the meeting link. So I just found out about it last night, unfortunately.
If you can call us at 216-664-2418 and ask to speak to Ms. Waverly Bowens. And she will
Waverly?
Yes. She will give you instructions on what is needed for the file.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so we have a September 30th, 30 days, 2023 to abate all violations contingent upon your getting your name registered on there with Ms. Davis. Motion?
So moved.
Moved by Mr. Maskey. Second by Mr. Bradley.
Mr. Bradley?
Yes.
Mr. Maskey?
Yes.
Mr. Dink?
Yes.
Mr. Gallagher?
Yes. Okay, notice will be sent out within 2 weeks. Thank you. Okay, next docket is A6223, 3300 Riverdale Avenue.
Application and fees are in order. This is a notice of violation of interior and exterior maintenance issued on March 15th of 2023. Appeal was received March 30th of 2023, requesting for time to abate the violations. Present for the hearing, Tom Vanover, Department of Building and Housing, Dan Jacobson, Law. Would the appellate or his or her attorney or representative please state your name for the record?
Marzella White.
Okay, Ms. White, you solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, so help you God?
I do.
Okay, go ahead and let us know what your plans are.
From my knowledge, sir, the inspector passed the property, so everything has been taken care of.
Okay, do you have permits in place?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you're not looking for more time or small amount of time?
No, sir.
Okay, all right, Mr. Vanover.
Mr. Chairman, can you verify the address?
Yes, it's 3300 Riverdale Avenue.
Mr. Chairman, to Mr. Vet, is Riverside.
I'm sorry, Riverside Avenue.
All right, thank you, because the other one was not coming up.
I guess not.
So bear with me one moment, Mr. Chairman, if we can, let me catch up.
While we're waiting on Tom Vanover, Mr. Chairman, to the appellant, could she repeat her name again?
Marzella White.
Okay, Mr. Chairman, we did ask for Ms. White to submit to this board a letter of authorization to speak on today's matter. As of today, we still have not received that notarized letter giving her authority to speak on behalf of this company.
We'll make that part of the motion when we get there, and so that that needs to be done in order for this to be final.
You're,
Okay, but hold up for Mr. Vanover.
Mr. Chairman, the inspection report for this notice of violation, as of, there was an update provided 8/21, but as of 5/8/23, the inspector indicates that the roof is not fixed. The appellant testified that that work has been completed, but the notice of violation is not closed out. So, based on the status and the information provided, it's still active. So
Okay,
the appellant is under the impression that there's nothing left to do. If the appellant is under the impression that there's nothing left to do, we would ask that she remand it back to the Department of Building and Housing with the understanding that she will receive a final inspection.
okay. Did you get that, Ms. White?
Yes, Your Honor, I was aware of that. He said that, the roof was not done.
He doesn't have any information on it, no.
As of May, it was not completed.
The roof is done. The man was there and he took pictures of the roof.
What's his name?
The inspector that came.
Please sign her in.
Mr. Chairman, to CBO Vanover, were any permits pulled for a roof or?
Mr. Chairman and Mr. Jacobson, there have not been any permits pulled. However, excuse me, if it's a repair of an existing roof, then that work would not require permits.
Thank you.
Right, we didn't do a whole roof. We only two.
Okay, so you're saying that you don't need really any more time and that these things have been corrected. You just need to get a final inspection in there to verify all this, and that will
Don't need an
close it.
inspection. We had to
What's
inspect
that? And then that will take care of the situation, along with making sure that, and if you need information, then I can have Ms. Davis ask you, do you have the information to contact her so that you can get on file here, be notarized?
Yes, sir, Your Honor. I came down there and we had a conversation with the owner and he gave her consent that I can do that. But if it needs to be on file, I will take care of that.
Okay, so we're gonna,
Mr. Chairman,
go ahead, Mr.
Chairman, I just want to verify that the appellant is understands that you need to reach out to your inspector and ask him if if everything is completed to close out the violation notice. Because that
Okay,
has
does it
not
have
been
to be
done. There's
closed out?
conflicting information with Inspector Turek.
It's not closed out. Okay, I will reach out to him and make sure that it's closed out because he did say that everything was completed. He said we have to reach out to him. It's not closed out.
Okay. So there's no time necessary. Motion is in order to just remand the property back to the Division of Building and Housing for any further action.
So moved.
Okay, moved by Mr. Dank,
Second.
second by Mr. Bradley.
Mr. Bradley? Yes. Mr. Maskey?
Yes.
Mr. Dink?
Yes.
Mr. Gallagher?
Yes. Okay, notice will be sent out within 2 weeks. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, next docket is A6323, 3514 West 58th Street.
Application and fees are in order. This is a notice of violation of no permits and interior and exterior maintenance issued on February 16th of 2023. Appeal was received March 9th of 2023 requesting for time to abate the violations. Present for the hearing, Tom Vanover, Department of Building and Housing. Dan Jacobson, Law. Will the appellant or his or her attorney or representative please state your name for the record?
Thank you. Jim Petropolis, attorney for appellant. I've also have Jeff Swisicki, who is from the property management company for the appellant.
Good morning.
Okay, so I will need both of you to solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, so help you God.
Good.
Okay, I guess you're going to be speaking, Mr. Pepperopoulos, if I get this straight. Go ahead and let us know what your plans are.
So plans here, I was just retained, and Mr. Swisicki of JBS Realty was also just hired by the owner. My understanding, and I'm sorry for I don't have the full picture yet on this because I was just retained, is that a significant amount of work was done. I can't see on the portal if the permits were pulled. This was under a prior property manager, so I have to verify all of this. Would like to request at least 30 days so that we can get everything completed, make sure all permits are in order, all inspections are completed and approved. And my understanding on the side is this is a duplex. One of the units has already passed CMHA inspection, and the tenants have been put up in an extended stay hotel. Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Vanover.
Mr. Chairman, yeah, there's actually several, it appears that there's several violations on this for, there's a no permit, and then there's an interior, maintenance violation. There's a paint violation that appears to have been closed, and an additional no permit violation, and then, interior and exterior. So, again, this is a corporately owned, property with the intent of, this is a capital investment in the commercial enterprise. Our expectation and the expectation of the citizens of the city are that these properties are maintained and prior to us needing to expel government resources to tell people to take care of their property. So we do not object to a very limited amount of time. And although I respect that council and the management company have just been retained, the owners it was responsible to have done that long ago. So we would entertain 30 days for complete compliance with no further extensions.
Okay, and it sounded to me like as if you could do that. So motion is in order for September 30th, 30 days, 2023 to abate all the violations with no further extensions. Motion?
Don't move.
Motion by Mr. Dank,
So moved.
Okay, second by, let's see, Mr. Vanover.
What? Not by Mr. Vanover.
Not by
Yes.
Mr. Vanover. Again, I did that. Mr. Maskey.
Keep trying. You keep
I
trying.
keep trying. I keep trying.
I'm trying to grow my hair out to look like Tom.
Good luck.
Mr. Bradley? Mr. Maskey?
Yes.
Mr. Dink?
Yes.
Mr. Gallagher?
Oh, thank you. Yes. Okay, notice will be sent out within 2 weeks. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Have a great rest of the day.
All right. Next docket, A 6423, 5707 Store Avenue.
Application and fees are in order. This is a notice of violation of exterior maintenance issued on February 16th of 2023. Appeal was received by this office on March 21st of 2023, requesting for time to abate the violations. Present for the hearing, Tom Vanover, Department of Building and Housing, Dan Jacobson, Law. Will the appellant or his or her attorney or representative please state your name for the record? I'm sorry, could you please repeat that?
Nada Zaza.
Did you understand?
Yeah, okay.
that?
I think it was Zaza. So Ms.
Yes.
Ms. Zaza?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, so help you God.
Yes.
Okay, go ahead and let us know what your plans are.
Okay. I have my tenant. She didn't pay me like for 5 months, and she broke the windows. Now I clean all the windows, and I changed a couple doors because the door was broken. And instead to paint the outside, I bought siding, and I have people they're coming this week to put the siding, and they change all the things from the exterior.
Okay, how much more time do you think you need to complete the violations?
I think I need like 1 month because they're putting all the siding and they're putting all the gutters.
Okay, Mr. Vanover.
Mr. Chairman, this is a rental property and, one of the risks of owning, rental property is that, sometimes the tenants don't pay. So, we don't object to a very limited amount of time, with the expectation that this is a business and that we expect it to continue to be maintained.
Okay, so if we give you the 30 days, I think that's what you're asking anyway, Ms. Yaja. So September 30th, 2023 to abate the violations. Motion?
Okay.
Second.
Yes.
All right, so motion, Mr. Bradley, second by Mr. Dank.
Mr. Bradley?
Yes.
Mr. Maskey?
Yes.
Mr. Dink?
Yes.
Mr. Gallagher?
Okay, notice will be sent out within 2 weeks. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
All right, docket A 6523, 3302 West 48th Street.
Application and fees are in order. The notice of violation is of interior and exterior maintenance and no permit. Appeal was issued on February 24th of 2023. Appeal was received on March 16th of 2023, requesting for time to abate the violations. Present for the hearing, Tom Vanover, Department of Building and Housing, Dan Jacobson, Law. Will the appellant or his or her attorney or representative please state your name for the record? Mr. Chairman, I do not see Isaiah James of B2B Property Management. in our participant panel.
Okay. So Mr. Vanover solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, so help you God?
Do.
Okay, Mr. Jacobson, go ahead and ask your questions.
Through the chairman to Ms. Davis, did notice of today's hearing get returned to the board's file for any reason?
Mr. Chairman, to Mr. Jacobson, no.
And through the chairman to Ms. Davis, have you received any form of communication, email, voice message, or anything physically delivered to you on behalf of this appellant and or docket?
To Mr. Chairman, to Mr. Jacobson, no.
Okay. To the chairman, due process requirement of notice has been given. The board can proceed with its hearing and ruling today. Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Vanover.
So, Mr. Chairman, there are two violation notices. There's an interior, exterior violation notice. And there is a no permit violation notice. And it appears that the no permit violation has been satisfied with the pulling of a permit. However, there's been no work or no inspections on this property. And there's no appellant present. So we would ask that you deny more time and remand it back to the Department of Building and Housing.
Okay, motion is in order to deny more time, remand the property to the Division of Building and Housing for any further action. Motion?
So moved.
Okay, moved by Mr. Maskey,
Second.
second by Mr. Dank.
Mr. Bradley? Yes. Mr. Maskey?
Yes.
Mr. Dink?
Yes.
Mr. Gallagher?
Yes. Notice will be sent out within 2 weeks. Okay, I think that's all the dockets. So we'll move on to approval of resolutions.
Docket, A 6723 has been withdrawn. I see Mr. Councilman Harsh is still on. I didn't notice that he was still on the,
Okay,
mention
okay.
that was in his ward.
Okay, but they withdrew?
Ms. Davis, can you provide all the withdrawn dockets? Because I missed those at the beginning.
I sure will. Docket A 6723, 4060 Fulton Road.
Okay. Withdrawn. Okay, thank you.
Another one?
Withdrawn, and dockets, give me 1 second. A 5823, 7106 Woodhaven. And docket A 19622, 3813 East 52nd Street was withdrawn.
Thank you.
Okay, so that concludes the dockets. We'll move on to approval of resolutions. A 6122, A 9022, A 9222, A 93, 94, 95, 22, A 1023, A 4723, A 13023, A 13823. Motion?
So moved.
Moved by Mr. Maskey. Second by Mr. Bradley.
Mr. Bradley? Yes. Mr. Maskey?
Yes.
Mr. Dink?
Yes.
Mr. Gallagher?
Yes. Okay, approval of minutes for August 16th, 2023. Are there any additions or corrections?
No.
Motion to approve. Okay, moved by Mr. Bradley,
Second.
second by Mr. Maskey.
Mr. Bradley? Yes. Mr. Maskey?
Yes.
Mr. Dink?
Yes.
Mr. Gallagher?
Yes. Is there any other business to come before us?
No.
Okay, we are adjourned. Thank you.
Okay. Bye, guys. Have a good day.
Robert, give me a call. You hear that, Mr. Maskey?
Yeah, I will.